Hello everyone, so today I've been messing around on the warrior class. I've been using the frost build, and I'm just gonna talk about it. So let's go through the skills first. Your tab is like a self buff. It increases the damage of your left mouse button, your right mouse button, and does better effects for your 1, 2, 3, 4 skills. And that's what the tab does. However, you can only cast your tab skill when you have 3 sun power. So how do you get sun power? You have to cast your 4 skill. So you can see here, this is your 4 skill. Your 4 skill gives you sun power, which enables you to use your tab skill, which superpowers all of your attacks. So you can see here, your 4 skill is a 3-hit attack. You can just hold it down and it'll do a 3-hit attack at an 8-meter frontal cone. And then every time you do that, you will get 1 sun power, which was over here. You can see over here that you get 1 of these sun powers. And you can get up to 3. After you get 3 sun powers, then you can use your tab skill. After you use your tab, you use your right mouse button, click it twice, and then smash your F key, and then you can do a sword creation skill. It's probably like the flashiest skill that the warrior has. Let's take a look at it now. So we're going to press tab, we're going to charge up the sword, we're going to right click again, and then right after this, you just hold down F and this sword creation skill. That's like the flashiest skill that this class has. So after you RMB 5 times and you use F, F will reduce the cooldown of your 4, which gives you your sun power. So you'll see here, 1, 2, 3. So I've got 1 sun power here and I've got 26 seconds, right? So after I use my F skill, you're gonna see on each of these attacks, my cooldown for my 4 goes down by 1 second. So you want to be able to cast the F skill as much as possible to lower the cooldown for this in order to use your tab skill so you can use your sword creation, as it does a lot of damage. Your 1 skill is relatively straightforward. It's just your block, it's spammable. You know, it's just like the Blade Master block. You can just hold it down and you just forever block. Your 2 is your gap closer. Think of it like Blade Master again. You know, you can either spec it as a double stun, you can set it as a gap closer, you can set it as threat. So exactly the same as a Blade Master. Your 3 is a double KD, so it'll be like that. It's a 5-meter range, 360-degree double KD. So this is pretty nice. This cannot be respec to anything else. It is just by default, it is a double KD. Your 4 is the big 8-meter sweeping attack. It's a 3-hit attack, the one that charges your sun power. So I'll cast it again. It looks like this. And it will give you 1 of these sun powers. So your left mouse button is your attack to get your life back. Every time you cast it, you get 10% of your life back, of your maximum HP. However, it has a very slow attack animation. I'll show you now. And you can see that it has a 3-second cooldown. Well, it's 2.5 technically. And then your right mouse button is gonna be your DPS button. So your basic rotation is gonna be you hold down right mouse button 5 attacks, and then you press F and you hold down F. Your F skill is your bread and butter for your DPS. So you're gonna see what I mean here. After 5 attacks, this skill will come up. When that skill comes up, you hold down F and you attack 5 times. Once that's out, now you hold down right mouse button again for 5 attacks, and it'll come up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is your basic rotation. It's just going to rotate between right mouse button and holding down F. And that is your bread and butter for your basic rotation. However, you can't keep doing this over and over because eventually you will run out of HP and you will die. And especially when you're in a real life scenario, like in a dungeon, you're not gonna be so fortunate enough as the main tank to have the boss just stand there and not knock you down or KD you or, you know, just CC you in general, right? So how does this work? So your RMB skill reduces the skill of your F, the cooldown of your F, by 2 seconds. So you can see here that your F over here has 15 seconds cooldown. So, you know, once you use it, there's a 15-second cooldown. So let's see here. And then after you cast that skill, you're immediately going to get 5 of these moons. These moons will automatically fill up. and then you can hold down your F key, and each time you attack, it will consume one of these moons, and that's how it works. It's rather simple. So you just want to R&B to reduce the cooldown for your F, so that you can use the F skill to charge up your moons, and then you can hold down F and use up all 5 of the moons, and that's your basic rotation. However, your lifesteal attack, the LMB, which gives you 10% HP, does give you 2 of these moons. You can see once I attack, you get 2 of these moons. I attack again, I got another 2. So I could do this and then hold down my F to use my powerful attacks. So that explains these moves, you know, the top row. However, the bottom row is where it gets interesting. So your V skill over here, you cast this bubble around you. You see this ring around you? So anyone in this ring with you will take 50% less damage, which is very nice. So it's like a defensive skill. So your C over here is your iframe skill. Think of it like the Blade Master's dashes, like their 3 skill, I think. You just spin around, and during the duration of your spin, you're immune to all damage. However, it will only block damage 5 times. So you can see here. So during that animation, you are invulnerable for 5 attacks, and that's how this skill works. Your X skill is a double stun. Just looks like that. It's a 5-meter range, and it's a double stun. And then finally, your Z is your soul burn, which is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So you can cast it there, and like that. So you can see there that during the soul burn duration, your F skill has a awakened version of it, so you will deal extra damage with your F. I'm not gonna go very in-depth about the warrior class like on my gunner videos, mainly because I'm not that interested in this class. Other than that, you have your Q skill, which is basically the same as the Blade Masters, you know, backwards dash, back. And then your E is something a little bit different. Your E is gonna be a damage reduction skill. So you take 50% less damage for 0.8 seconds. So that's it. You just cast a little thing around you. And, you know, your SS is the same. You know, you SS 3 meters, 1.5 seconds iframe, and you get 30% movement speed for 6 seconds. And that's about it, guys. You know, I'm not going too in depth about the warrior class because it just doesn't really interest me, this class, you know. I'm just not interested in this class that much. However, if the archer class does come out sometime soon, I will be covering that in more detail. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the